Imagine waking up and suddenly the weight of your own body is gone. The blanket feels as light as a spider web, and the air around you feels thick. Like a syrup you can literally push aside with your hands. You step out of bed, take one careless step, and the floor beneath you shatters like an eggshell. You didn't get heavier, you just became harder. Welcome to the first day of your new life. You are no longer human. You are a Viltrumite, a being for whom the laws of physics aren't rules, they're more like polite suggestions. You can punch a hole through a mountain, shrug off a tank shell at point-blank range, and most importantly, you can fly. And I don't mean some clumsy flapping of wings. You simply decide that gravity no longer applies to you, and the planet itself begins to obediently rotate beneath your feet. But before you head off to smash asteroids, stop. Being a Viltrumite isn't just about infinite flight. It's a burden that will break anyone whose will is weaker than their muscles. Today we're going to walk a path spanning thousands of years. From the biology of your smart atoms to the moment you witness the death of the last star, this is your complete operator's manual for life as the Buckle up, though you won't really need a seatbelt anymore. The first problem you'll face is that the world around you is suddenly made of wet tissue paper. Your senses are dialed to 11. You can hear the heartbeats of neighbors 3 blocks away. You feel the slightest ripple in the air, but your biggest curse is physical interaction. Remember being a kid and being afraid to crush a butterfly? Now everything is a butterfly. Your mother, your partner, your best friend. A simple handshake can turn human. Bones into powder if you lose focus for even a microsecond. You are condemned to a life of eternal manic self-control. Your existence becomes a walk through a minefield. Where the mines are everyone you love, then comes the loneliness of power. There is nothing on this planet that can stop you. No prisons to hold you, no weapons to hurt you. This creates a terrifying psychological trap. If no one can stop me, does that mean everything is permitted? Most young Viltrumites break right here, turning into tyrants. But the real horror isn't the strength, it's the time. You will live for thousands of years. Your human friends will age and die in the time it takes you to simply get used to your powers. To you, their lives are flashes of a match in the dark. Is it even worth remembering their names? Let's look under the hood. Why don't you rip apart when flying at hypersonic speeds? Viltrumite scientists call it the smart atom theory. Your cells aren't just biological mass. They are energetically bound structures that create an inertia field around themselves. This field allows you to ignore air resistance and avoid burning up in the atmosphere. Your flight isn't magic. Inside your middle ear is a unique balancing organ that allows you to literally grab onto space. You move through the vacuum by sheer force of will, leveraging magnetic fields and gravitational anomalies. If a Viltrumite loses their hearing or suffers damage to the inner ear, they become as helpless as a fish out of water. That is your gyroscope of divinity. And then there's the DNA. It's not just aggressive, it's dominant. If you have a child with a human, the genes will be 99% Viltrumite. Your blood literally rewrites the evolution of others to match your own. You are a perfect biological virus designed to replace other species. You don't just survive, you consume. Your regeneration allows you to rebuild yourself even if you're reduced to a heart and a piece of spine. As long as your brain is intact, you are functionally immortal. What does a typical Thursday look like for a Viltrumite? You could have breakfast in Paris and 10 minutes later, be watching the sunset on the rings of Saturn. You don't need spacesuits. You don't need oxygen. For hours, you just hold your breath and soar through the void. Space isn't a hostile vacuum to you. It's a high-speed interstate. Your job, that depends on your morality. The Viltrumite Empire sees you as a tool for expansion. You're sent to a planet to either prepare it for annexation or clear out the trash. You can terraform worlds, move tectonic plates to stop earthquakes, or bring rain by dragging ice comets from the Kuiper Belt directly into the atmosphere. But if it comes to a fight, it's terrifying. A battle between 2 Viltrumites is a planetary catastrophe. Punches that tear through clouds, collisions that create shockwaves capable of leveling cities. You have no need for swords or lasers. Why carry a gun when your elbow is traveling at Mach 20? You are a living kinetic projectile. You can fly through a heavy cruiser without even feeling the resistance of the steel. Your main strategy is simple: mass and momentum. Think you're invincible? Wrong. The universe always finds a way to level the playing field. Your main physical weakness is those very smart atoms, specifically, their limit. If you're placed in the heart of a supernova or on the surface of the sun, the bonds between your atoms will begin to break. You can withstand the heat of a star, but not for long. Your skin will vaporize, and your regeneration simply won't keep up with the rate of decay. There's also biological warfare. The Scourge virus, created by rebels, nearly wiped out your race. It attacks your invulnerability from the inside, stripping your strength and leaving you a hollow shell. And don't forget sound. Specific frequencies can disorient your inner ear, so violently that you could cause a brain hemorrhage just by trying to take off. But the most dangerous weakness is social. Viltrumite culture is built on the idea of the purge. If you show weakness, if you show pity for lesser beings, your own brothers and sisters will come for your head. There's no room for family dinners or sentiment in the Empire. You are either useful or you are dead. This paranoia, the constant wait for a knife in the back from your own kind, is what really makes a Viltrumite's life a living hell. You are a god among ants, but in your own home, you're just another target. So, 500 years have passed. The cities you lived in have been erased by time. The languages you spoke are forgotten. You sit on a mountain peak, looking at a civilization that, to you, is nothing more than an anthill. What is the point of your existence? Being a Viltrumite isn't the end of evolution. It's a test. A test of whether you can remain a person while possessing absolute power. You could be Nolan Grayson, a cold conqueror who views his wife as a pet. Or you could be Mark, the one who uses his power to protect those who can never protect themselves. Your legacy isn't the number of worlds you've conquered. It's what you feel when you look in the mirror 1,000 years from now. Will there be anyone left in there besides a perfect killing machine? Strength gives you the right to do anything. No character gives you the right to be called alive. You are a Viltrumite. This world belongs to you. The only question is, what will you do with it? So are you ready for a life like that? Imagine for a second that tonight, you actually discover these abilities. What's the first thing you do? Go rob a bank or head off to fix the ozone layer? Tell me in the comments which path you'd choose. The Conqueror, a Viltrum, or the Protector of Earth. I'm genuinely curious how many potential tyrants we have watching. If you enjoyed this survival guide for super beings, hit the like button and subscribe. We've got deep dives coming up on life as a Kryptonian, a citizen of the Warhammer Warp, and even what happens if you decide to become a Scion. Hit the bell so you don't miss your next mutation. And remember, when you can fly among the stars, the hardest thing to do is remember how to walk on the ground. See you in the next sector of the galaxy.